Attention, the following broadcast has been approved by Outcasted OC. Viewer discretion is advised. Incoming transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up guys, Megan Ross here giving you this week's Smackdown review, and let's just dive straight in because there is a lot to unpackage here. We have Damage Control opening the night, and Road Dogg has joined us for commentary for this Smackdown. Last week we had Kevin Owens, but there was a storyline that has now made him suspended, so Road Dogg is now filling in. Him on commentary was okay, it was quite funny at some parts, but he didn't feel like he really added much to it, or didn't really say much. He just had these kind of one-liner throwaways, which was fine. I understand they're trying different formats to see who would work to fill Corey Graves' spot for a bit, and they're going to do like a rotation of different people, I believe. Bayley stating that she just wants to have a good time. She's not here to cause any drama with everyone when they walk out, because Damage Control are all coming to the ring now. They said they want to share this moment. A kid shouts. She kicks off at the kid, being like, "Shut up, this is an intimate moment." She was talking about how it was her plan to add Asuka to Damage Control all along. Usually she'd be humble about her plans, but no, this was one of the best ones. And basically she was like, the new and improved Judgment, the new and improved Damage Control. And where my wording was there, saying Judgment, she really felt like she was being judged by the rest of them, because she kind of felt left out. She didn't really understand the Japanese they were saying. Luckily Dakota Kai did, because Dakota Kai had some stuff going on in Japan previously to her WWE stint. So yeah, she basically just translated for EO and was like, well, this is not the new and improved Damage Control because someone hasn't joined Damage Control officially, and that's what we want you to do. Of passing the t-shirt and giving it to Asuka. Asuka takes it very happily. She looked jokingly like she wasn't going to, but then she snatched it and runs around cheering. So they're all hyped. And then Io was like, oh, also the other plan. Yeah, we're going to do war games. Bianca, Charlotte, and Shotzi have to find a fourth, because now we've got 4 members of us that we're going to do. And I thought that was pretty cool. We'll see where it goes. And we'll quickly see where the development of them finding that 4th member is, because Nick Aldis states to Bianca and everyone, you have to end of tonight to find a person to fill the spot, or I can't make this match sanctioned. We have Street Profits versus Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly, being a triple threat for an opportunity to go for the tag belts against Judgment Day. I thought this match was awesome. Pardon me there. Pete Dunne opened a match with like brutal strikes straight away. He didn't hold his punches. He ran straight for Elton Prince and Montez. You see a lot of back and forth going between all of them. Really cool spots. Butch did an awesome roll over the top of Montez's back to get the hot tag on Ridge. Ridge did what he does best, his rugby tackle style, throwing people to the ring. There was an awesome spot where he powerlifted Montez over him, and then he DDTs as well on, I'm pretty sure it was Kit Wilson in that moment. Either way, I thought it was dope. Then we had the really cool spot of, we had the moonsault from Butch literally taking out everyone, to then there was more situations going on back in the ring, and we have a superplex that happens that Ridge does to, I'm pretty sure it was Kit Wilson. Yeah, it was Kit Wilson, because Elton Prince then does a leg drop and Montez Ford does a frog splash. So it literally goes the superplex, frog splash, leg drop. And I just thought that was really dope. I was like, yep, that's really cool high-flying spots. We then see what worried me the most, Butch accidentally bro-kicking Ridge to let the Street Profits hit the finisher of the Revelation. So now we have Street Profits versus Judgment Day coming up next week. This just sucked, because it's like, oh, we're not making the Brawling Brutes really work as a group, with Sheamus not around. We're gonna maybe play in they might break up, and then Sheamus will come in to save them. That's the vibe they gave me. I hope that isn't the case, because I think Brawling Brutes have really grown on me as just a dynamic duo. And accidents happen in a fight. You know what bar fights are like, you know what scruffs are like. I feel like Ridge and Butch will get this sorted, but there was tension definitely between them. Butch was very apologetic and Ridge was genuinely furious it happened to him, so we will now have to see where that goes. Bianca starts going around and starts recruiting people to see if they'll join the 4th. We get Bianca speak to Michin, and Michin seems all for it. Like, yeah, I got your back. I'll be in your corner. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I could do that for you. To then we see Dragon Lee walk out for his match. To then it transitions back and we see Michin is on the floor because Damage Control have beat her, so she can't be in the match now. We have Dragon Lee versus the amazing debuting on Smackdown NXT's own AXIOM, and I just thought this was perfect. Nick Aldis made a really cool thing of saying, like, this is to represent Rey, this is for Lucha Libre. I know you want to get back at Santos, but this isn't the time. I already booked you a different match that I think really highlights you as a wrestler, so go show them what Lucha Libre means and make Rey Mysterio proud. And they definitely did. This was the perfect Lucha Libre match, counter after counter, high flying spots after high flying spots. There we go. Can't say that too fast or you get a tongue twist like I just did. But there were some amazing moments where we had Axiom do this like incredible drop kick straight into then doing a very Randy Orton-esque punt kick. And the commentary team kept saying out of nowhere a lot. People just hinting Randy Orton's just going to randomly appear at some point. Because if so, I'm here for it now. Just stop teasing it. Just give it me at this point. But yeah, we also had this kind of weird Canadian Destroyer pile driver counter from Axiom. And I loved that. I thought that was incredible. Double Spanish Fly at the top as well, which was just super dope. And then we have Operation Dragon gets hit on Axiom for a 3 count. But genuinely, I think this was perfect. I loved where this went. And it really shows Dragon Lee is a great guy. And Axiom really got the time to shine. Crowd even shouted, this is awesome. So maybe Axiom stays around on SmackDown a little bit longer. Is the hope. I'd love to see a Ricochet vs. Axiom match. I think that would be super, super awesome for high flying. Anyway. Moving on, after that match it gets all cleared, which I thought was a bit weird. Santos Escobar comes out to discuss why he did what he did. And I thought Dragon Lee would have, like, waited around and jumped Santos. But no, he stayed calm, he stayed true to himself and didn't cause a fight. But Santos just literally rips completely into Rey Mysterio. He walks out with his old theme. He's wearing a suit. He very much comes across like his old heel style he used to be in NXT. And he just states he has a rich like family of Lucha Libre. They're all considered heroes. And the expression never meet your heroes stands strong here. Because his hero was Rey Mysterio. We then see it quickly pan to backstage of all the rest of the LWO watching except Carlito, which I thought was also once again very interesting, seeing as Carlito is the majority reason why the breakup happened, because Carlito put to light what Santos did with the Knuckle Dusters. But who knows? We'll see where that progression goes. Is Carlito just being a double snake, or is there a bigger story to play it here, or why Carlito's not lingering around? Maybe Carlito wants to be the leader, but doesn't want to trap on Rey's toes too much. We'll find out. But the promo continues on. He says, it was my wish, a silly wish, to have the new generation see me to be like the next Rey Mysterio, which isn't going to happen. He said he realised everything Dominic said about Rey was true, because to Santos, Rey started feeling like a father figure, made him feel at home, and then you betrayed him, you picked an outsider. He wanted to rebuild LWO, and Rey decided to add new members. Santos was like, I wanted the shot at the US title, but you gave a shot to Logan over me, even though I was medically cleared and we could have gone again at a pay-per-view for it. And he was saying we were meant to be familiar, we were meant to be close, all of this. He said he apologises he didn't do more damage. He states he wishes Rey never comes back and doesn't heal well from the knee surgery he got. Zelina's had enough of this and comes out to confront him and literally says, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to Santos? Like, oh, we discussed this. I asked you to pick. It's me or him. And you picked him. So, we're done. Get out the damn ring. Zelina slaps him. He just kind of smirks and holds his cheek, because obviously he's not going to go swing at Zelina, but Zelina walks off. Then his two former tag tag team members in LWO walk out, and this was very weird for me because I always saw them as the group together, but the fact of they also don't want to be around him and was like, I can't believe you've done this, like, you know, what you did was unforgettable, and he just shouts, you know, I made you, I can end you, you caused this, you did this. He jumps the pair of them. To Carlito kind of walks out, and he's holding one of them. He's just holding, like, Santos is just holding one of their faces, just waiting. And you could see Carlito, like, looks and he's like, oh no, this is slightly more serious, I need to run down. So he goes and runs down, goes to get involved and does this, like, tries to fight. Santos walks out, leaves, doesn't care. So we'll see where the storyline progresses. I know that it ends up being a match at wargames now, but it all depends on what the stipulation of wargames is going to be, how they are going to interact in that ring, and who's going to be in whose corner. I could interestingly see that Cruz del Toro and I can never pronounce his name properly. Basically, the former El Fantasma group, I could see them actually doing a double cross. So they're looking like they're still with LWO at the moment, but you quickly... Oh, it's Joaquin. There we go. Joaquin. So Cruz and Joaquin, I could see them turning again. So you see Santos maybe win the match against Carlito. They go to help Carlito, lift him up, to then they all combo on Carlito and join Santos again. We will have to see where that goes. I mean, it would be difficult for Selena, because then Selena's story, we don't know where hers goes, where her position would be. We will have to see where it all ends up. But I like this. I think it's unique. It adds new layers to this kind of story and makes it more interesting and more engaging to know the state of LWO at the moment. We get a Cameron Grimes versus Grayson Waller match. I hate to be this guy, but I'm kind of sick of just seeing Cameron Grimes having random feuds against Austin Theory or Grayson Waller. Like, I get they have like a back and forth every other week, but it's just getting stale and boring. Cameron Grimes deserves more, and it's just a really bad match, especially the fact you made Cameron Grimes lose this match. Having Grayson Waller win with what Road Dogg decided to describe as a dingo driver, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, it was a short, quick match. It made Cameron Grimes feel like a jobber to Waller, when to me they're basically on the same level, and Cameron Grimes deserves better. He is definitely a mid-card staple that should be going for like a mid-card championship and then build to a world champion status, because he was one of the most entertaining in NXT for a long time, with doing the whole Ted DiBiase and the $1 million belt, everything like that. It's just weird. I don't like where they're going with him on SmackDown. I get you've called him up to do things with him, but you've not really done things with him, to be honest. We have Bianca trying to console Selena, who's emotional with everything that's just happened, but tries to be like, hey, this could be your momentum, this could get you some your anger out, your aggression out, you should come join us in the War Games. You've had problems with damage control as much as all of us. You've been hurt by them, so maybe you should come and join us. To then, we get to a commercial break, and lo and behold, what happens? Zelina Vega's also jumped and now can't join the match because she is injured. We have Paul Heyman saying this is a special acknowledgement segment to Solo, because Solo was the winner of the match at Crown Jewel. You're talking about stating the clause and effect of things, but you're missing the one major one, the one that, you know, Roman Reigns wouldn't be champion if it wasn't for the bloodline. And it's a problem. We all know it's a problem. They know it's a problem. But the thing is, LA Knight states, clause and effect of this now, he is going to make sure the bloodline doesn't exist, because he is the problem solver, with everybody saying LA Knight. This is because the main event is LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. The match was quite hard hitting, especially from LA Knight. He came out very aggressive and showing that he's not messing around when he states he wants to get rid of the bloodline. Some interesting back and forth between Jimmy, standard Jimmy Uso things. Really cool spot of where he gets thrown over the top rope, slammed his head and thrown over the announce table by LA Knight. Quick get back in the ring, shenanigans, counter after counter, a couple of super kicks here, a couple of reversals. Then LA Knight hits the BFT, and we get the 1-2-3 win. So cool. That means LA Knight significantly is now hit a BFT on Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns. All that's technically left is, you know, Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. I mean, I want him to hit Paul Heyman at times, but I don't think Paul Heyman would sell it. I don't know. I don't know if he'd be willing to take that bump. We will see. Either way, we then have Bloodline jump LA Knight after when Solo walks back down. Solo spikes LA Knight and goes to try and throw him for the announce table. In comes Panic Button Cody Rhodes. Whoa! Cody Rhodes comes and saves them. I don't get why he was there. He didn't need to be there to save them. There were other people that could have came and saved LA Knight's corner. But it is what it is. And I get that Cody Rhodes still has a lot of issues. Nick Aldis wasn't happy with this. Spoke to Cody Rhodes backstage. Cody Rhodes apologises. So I don't know if that means Cody Rhodes is now barred from SmackDown for a little bit of time or something. We will have to see where that goes. And then we have Damage Control walk out to call out the rest of the team, being like, right, so who's your fourth? Come on, show us your fourth. They get into a brawl, said you're not even going to leave the arena. To the fourth and final member, no music, nothing hits. She just slides in the ring, rushed in to help Becky Lynch. I think this is cool. It adds an extra level to it. That is a big name to draw eyes onto it. I mean, they have all had their differences, especially like Bianca and Becky, so it'll be interesting to see them kind of work together in this scenario. And I could also potentially see Damage Control turning on Bayley and completely getting rid of her, because she looked the odd one out. She didn't understand. She didn't look ready. She just... It's a weird vibe they're giving. And I could see it all coming to fruition at wargames. But let me know what you guys thought of this SmackDown. We do have one more SmackDown before wargames, but it is definitely building up, and I am interested to see where next week brings us for that. And let me know what your favourite part of SmackDown was. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you on the next review.